So the goal of this video is to walk you through setting up PCW Humanizer so you can get up and running very quickly. So once you have downloaded the zip file and opened it, you will see these files showing you exactly what's needed. I would suggest you first read the README document, which will give you the lowdown on everything you need to get up and running as well. Looking at the required large language model, and I'll explain where you need to use that in a bit. This is the required large language model that we're using. And to understand what a large language model is, this is the AI itself that we're going to be using on your PC to humanize the content. So take note of this, as this is what you're going to be downloading soon. This is free as it's open source, so you don't have to pay for it. So you've got in the zip file 4 different files. The current version, working version of the LM Studio. So LM Studio is a free open source server that helps you to run the AI on your system. And I've kept the current working version here because the owners of the software keep updating it, and sometimes when they update it, it breaks the application, the way the application is working. So I found that this has been the most stable for PCW Humanizer. So I would suggest using the version you have in here. So again, this is not my software. This is a free open source software. And so you need to contact them if you need to troubleshoot LM Studio. Obviously, if you join our Facebook group, and you will get the link to the Facebook group in one of the emails you'll be receiving. We talk about all the different problems that people will experience with LM Studio and give you insights into how to make sure it works properly and works very fast on your system. So I would really encourage you to join the Facebook group once you get that email. Right. So you got that current working version of LM Studio. This is what LM Studio looks like once you run it. And you would click the search and type in that version of the model that we had here. LM Studio Meta Llama 3.1 Instruct 7. It's important that the AI model you download is this one exactly, as this is the best version I've found to work well for writing text. So once you've got your model downloaded, and I'll just show you how to quickly download the model. So you go in here and type in that exact phrase, which you will find anyway in the README file, README text file. All right, so this is the one we want. It's the one I've downloaded here, and you can see it's the 4.32 gigabyte version. And all you just do is click down the download button, and the program downloads it. And once it's downloaded, you go to the server. You can see this with the 2 arrows pointing in different directions. That's the local server. You go in here and you select it. It's going to load. Once it's loaded, a few things you just need to check, right? One is that if you've got an NVIDIA GPU, you put this to max. You can go slower and lower, because I find that sometimes when the application is run, the large language model is run slower, it's more effective because it seems to think a little bit longer and give you a little bit more efficient responses. But if you're wanting to go for speed, just select max and make sure that the preset is set to Llama 3 version 2, right? So you got that. The context length, you can leave it at 10,000, and the configuration should be just as it is here. So you got off, on, off, and don't change anything else, right? And that is your server started. Then all you just have to do is go and click in the PCW Humanizer.exe. This is the program itself. It's going to run, load, and you will see a window pop up to show you the local web page. And all you do is then put in your texts that you want to humanize in here, choose the humanization level you want. I find that they tend to give a different flavor, each one, right? But if you are looking to humanize at a level that is able to defeat most of the top AI detectors, I would select nuke all detectors and leave everything else. You have got a guideline on how to use this effectively, which we will go through in the next video. So this video is to just help you to get started. So obviously you put your text in here, humanize, and the humanized text comes in here. And because this is running fully on your computer, it's not costing you anything to rerun, and you can run as many times until you get the perfect text you want. Now, one of the advantages of using the humanizer here and using just any other AI tool is that it maintains the context of your content. You may have spent some time just writing a content that you feel it's good, but it just needs to be humanized. If you just put it into any common AI tool, what you get is they just rewrite your whole content and just messes the whole thing up, right? But PCW Humanizer has been created to make sure that it maintains the flow of your content. All it's just doing is changing the wordings, changing some structure to make sure it sounds human-like. Please, if you have any questions, you can message me, email me on Facebook. If you are in the group, put a question in the group and we will answer as quick as possible. Now, if you run into any problems with regards to the app not functioning as well, it's important to note that after you've run the program, you have an app.log file that will be in the same place as where you have the PCW Humanizer application. And that shows me exactly what's happening on your system. It'll be good to have a copy of that sent to me if you want me to help debug what's going on your system. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, as I said, just reach out and we will answer as soon as possible. See you in the next video.